Ray, would you like to do the management, please?
I'd like to take item 2 and just quickly go over that with you, just to heads up as to what we're doing in-house, and that is that we're going to conduct a property-wide survey to assess which signs need to be adjusted height-wise in relationship to their intersections and make those corrections in-house. So I think we need to do that regardless of whether we certify our roads for VDOTs under VDOT. And so that's already underway. We'll come back to the board at a later date and provide an estimate as to what we'll need as far as additional signs in order to comply with VDOT for road certification. So that's my step.
I have a question on that same topic. The very last phrase on that page 1 of 2, you're talking about action initiated by staff. You said you're going to complete this in-house survey and a recommendation will be made to place stop and or yield signs at all intersections?
Well, that'll be the cost. We'll examine the cost of doing that. That will be required in order to be certified. So that will definitely be a requirement if that's the direction.
All intersections?
All intersections must have a stop
I've
sign.
driven plenty of places throughout whatever this state is, that doesn't have stop signs.
You come to a T and it doesn't have a sign?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This is the words from your engineering firm.
Oh, a crack engineering firm.
And so I would think you'd want a sign at every intersection. I don't see why you would not.
We have signs everywhere. No, that's excessive. Let me, along that line, since we're on a discussion.
I don't know of any T's anywhere. I mean, I'm driving for a while where you have a road intersecting with another that you don't have some sort of traffic. A yield sign or a stop sign.
All the time.
But why would you not want to have people stop at a T?
Because it's obvious. You have one road that's a through road, and the other one, there's some common sense applied to the law on this.
And you simply don't need any signs at all.
No, you just need them where you need them. Some places you
Well,
need them.
we'll verify this, but we'll come back with it. I think we do owe it to our residents to adjust the
Don't
signs.
jump to these extremes. I mean, in my word, I object to the term all intersections. I don't think all intersections need to be encumbered with multiple signs.
Who said multiple signs?
A sign.
Well, wait a minute. If I've got an intersection, by definition, I've got to have at least a couple of signs.
No.
You think of Colonial and...
All right, okay, you're right. I'll take that back. So, but if there are 2 yields, anyway, or 2 stops, 4-way stops, we could have signs upon signs.
Let's check the law.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
And the other point, yeah.
He's selling signs.
And the other point I would like
No,
to,
he isn't.
the other point I would like to have addressed is this whole concept of road certification. What's it going to cost us, and what's it going to buy us?
And that's all going to be part of it.
Isn't that what Ray just said? He was going to come back and tell you what it was going to cost before we did anything?
I don't know, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Just said that.
All right, and what's it going to buy us?
What
What is it going to buy us?
Ultimately, it will buy the county being able to be in here and patrol and give speeding tickets.
And how often do you, Pat, expect that you will see the county's police force in here rigorously enforcing our stop signs?
I would expect, because we are a gated community, that a police car will be logged in every time it goes through the gate, and we, unlike other people in the county, can go back and say, you were only in here 3 times last week, why is that? So I absolutely want to proceed with this, because we've been talking about it for 10 years.
I want to collect the data.
But look, John, you're way premature on this, because what Ray is doing is collecting the data,
And I want to
and
do
he's
that.
going to come back and tell us what it's going to cost to get certification, and at that time, we can examine whether we want certification or not based on the cost.
And-
Until we have the data, we shouldn't be debating.
I would like to add that when we get the data, I would like to have some kind of an objective measure of what it's going to buy us. Not just sitting here and saying, oh, we'll have police cars galore up here. I'd like to see some kind of a commitment from somebody, some police person or the county or something that says, yes, if your roads are certified, then you can expect X number of cars in there per day, per week, per hour, for whatever. I'd like to have some kind of measure of what spending some yet unknown money is going to buy us. That's all. I don't want to debate it tonight, I just want to get the other side of the equation when we collect the data.
Haven't we always said that's what we're doing here?
No,
Yeah, several times, John.
I haven't heard that.
Several times.
I've heard people say it's going to be great because we're going to have a lot of police cars.
No,
That doesn't work.
We've actually said we're collecting data so we can make an objective decision when the time comes. And that's all Ray's doing, is telling you he's collecting data.
And I'm asking you to collect data that shows the benefit, in addition to the data that he's collecting that shows the cost. That's all I'm asking.
Perhaps one final comment, is I think it's good if Ray does the complete job. He will then know and identify where all these signs will be, and then if there isn't